please rest assured you are not going to take the rest of the day, but we will be blessed as we leave this house of the Lord. I'll ask Sister Berenice just to do the honors for me. Give some appreciation, token of appreciation to our speaker for today. Over to you.
Good afternoon, ladies. Thank you once again, Marissa. You started off and you already started to make us cry, so I'm still feeling a bit. But before I'm going to call you up for the gift, I want to say, once upon a time I was also a broken crayon, and I'm probably still is. But you have never heard my testimony. I am one of 10 children. We are 10 siblings. Parents, my father was an alcoholic. So for us, every Friday we already knew no money is coming home because the alcohol has taken everything. But because we had a mother that was there for us, so we were always like this around the mom. But there came a time when you grow up, so you go to high school, you meet friends, and then because you're 13, 14, you meet boys. Okay. So I can today say that God has been good to us, to me. Okay, because I didn't find love in the house. Okay, I found it in a person. And that person at that time, his name was Phillips. At the age of 16, I fell pregnant. And I couldn't even go to my mom to tell her. I was so thin and skinny, nobody could see I was pregnant. I think they found out I was pregnant when I was 8 months pregnant. They found out I was pregnant because I was thin and skinny. Even when the baby came, my father would say, "What is this, a sample?" Because it was a small, thin little guy. Today he's 40 years old, but what I want to say, I never got married to Pastor Phillips. I got married to Dion. And then just after I had the baby, suddenly Dion had friends. So it was parties every weekend. Going with friends, leaving me with the child, doing my own thing. There was nobody else but my mom that supported me with this baby. Okay. 17, the day that I had to start to go to school, grade 9, I started to work because I had a responsibility. The broken crayon has made me the person that I am today. I take courage because my mom was always the one to say, doesn't matter what you're going through in life, you as a person got a choice to make. And yes, I got married. When my son was almost 7 years old, I got married. And he even would tell me, I went to school, when I came back, we were married. The day that I got married, Mr. Phillips never came home. He went with his friends. 2 days after marriage, he came back. Okay? And my life was upside down because now there was friends. So I was always that person, broken. And then there was a day I met somebody. I met Jesus. And today, 35 years ago, I accepted Christ as my Savior. I met Jesus and we prayed. I prayed. And my song that I had was, God will make a way where there seems to be no way. And Dion would tell me, you cannot say God will make a way if you don't make a way for yourself. And that was for him to go on, continue with the treatment. And a year later, exactly on the same day, he accepted Christ. Reason? On yesterday, 34 years ago, I was almost Muslim. I went to a prayer meeting, I came back, and he was saying, you went to church with a pastor. He came back, you just go to church. I knew why I went to church for myself. I never went for anybody, but I went for myself. And on that specific day, 34 years ago, yesterday, I would have been a corpse. He choked me. I couldn't talk for 3 weeks after that. I was out. When I got to the hospital, my parents was called, my mom was called. And my mom, the doctor said to my mom, if this person was dropped 30 seconds longer, she would have been gone. And on that day is the day that Dion accepted Christ as his Savior. Today, 22 years in ministry, and we thank the Lord. If God can do it for us, if God can do it for anybody else, for Rosé, God can do it for you. So it doesn't matter how the pencil can be sharp, it can be blunt, but it can still carry on. So I want to say, thank you, Marissa, for your testimony. Thank you for sharing with us. And I would just like it to come up so that I can listen to it. Thank you so much.
As we share our stories and experiences today, we should remember that being broken and being unusable does not mean that